Good. Okay, we will officially call the Board of Works meeting for August 11th to order. And let the minutes reflect all board members are present. First thing we'll do is we'll ask for public comment.
Just here for you and I to meet with John.
We'll talk to him later. Okay. Moving along. Minutes for July 14th, 2026.
Motion to approve.
And most approved.
Second.
And second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item will be sewer adjustments. July 15th, 2026 through August 11th, 2026.
Make a motion to approve. Second.
Have you looked at them? It's just a large amount.
I saw it and I second.
Okay. Motion is second, all in favor? Motion carries. Okay, jumping into old business. Board member. Old business, Chris, any old?
No, sir.
Moving
I do not.
along, then we're going into, Jeremy, Heritage.
So I got a couple things, just to update on, I think quite a few projects. North Downey, All-Star Paving is gonna be out there within the next 2 weeks. I was told to add the turning arrows, the stop bar, and kind of the center lane right there at the entrance to North Downey off 256. So they should have those out there within the next 2 weeks, hopefully sooner. The UV equipment, the sump pump has been delivered. They're working on that. I think it started yesterday. Should have that, depending on weather, should have that installed by the end of this week, I believe. Also, depending on, I think they need a concrete wall core from a different company. So hopefully it's installed by the end of this week. Let's see, the item agreed order number 2, progress report was approved on July 24th. So we're good on that end. For the Alston PER, for the big project, Baker Tilly is kind of wrapping up their preliminary rate analysis. We are continuing to move forward with both options of using SRF funding or looking at RD funding. We are continuing with the environmental report. We're waiting on, I think we need 2 more responses from environmentals, and then we should be able to wrap that up. So that'll get us going with the RD if we want to go that route. For the MPDES permit, Dave was working with Mary Armercost with IDEM. She sent some recommendations. I believe Dave sent Josh an email with the updated sewer use ordinance for his review. Once we have final approval from IDEM, then the city will need to adopt the ordinance, the revised ordinance. So we're waiting on approval from IDEM and if Josh has any comments. We kind of, over the past week or so, we were looking at some of the regional sewer district flows. So kind of working with Chris and the mayor and Chris on the meter readings, flow meter readings versus water usage record data or water usage data that we have, showing that they are sending quite a bit of I&I through Austin's system. So kind of working with them to what's our next steps on, and we'll continue that conversation. York Woods development, we have completed the force main analysis for where the York Woods lift station will tie into the city of Austin's system. The pumps that they had planned, they're good. They're going to overcome the head that they need to pump into our system. Really not too many comments. I also sent a few comments on their sanitary design in general, but nothing major. Overall, I think they're pretty much ready to go sanitary sewer wise on that end. Let's see, Res with the street, they sent a draft report on August 3rd. They're also working on a detail that would provide what we can do as a city without doing any permitting. So they're working on a detail of what we can do on that aspect. I also want to probably get from them within that. It doesn't show like specific areas that we can go into that they would recommend. And I'd probably like to see that on the map as well. But I would say just read through that res report and then make any comments next you have a meeting, we can question them on a couple things they have written in there. Let's see. Last couple things, lift station number 10. So for that proposed development that could be happening out there, the current lift station could probably handle the total flow there. The drawdown was a little bit lower than what the original pumps were rated for. Those original pumps are 35 gallons per minute. That should be able to handle that total flow from that development.
How many total?
I can't remember how many it was,
37, 38.
38. So it should be able to handle those. If we wanted to increase, due to the 3-inch force main, that's what makes this tougher for that lift station, because it has a 3-inch force main. If we wanted to increase to another pump, we could. That would increase our rates there, the flow rates. But what's there should be able to handle it. However, to get to full build out, we'll need new pumps that would need new railing system inside the wet well, as well as a new hatch, because the pumps are bigger than the hatch. It probably could work with the 3-inch force main, but I would be hesitant, and I would recommend replacement of that 3-inch force main for full build out. But for the interim, the current pumps should be able to handle it, is what I've been told by S&K equipment. So I can come up with a memo that states that way you guys have records of that. For Boo Road, we're looking at an 8-inch sanitary sewer extension. To do this extension, we'll need to confirm right-of-way extents and need a survey. So I'm asking, Gardner Surveying sent estimated cost for survey and right-of-way confirmation. That'll be between $3,000 to $5,000, and will be completed within 2 to 3 weeks. So I'm asking that you guys approve a not to exceed amount of $5,000 for Gardner Surveying to do the survey work along Boo Road.
So moved.
Second.
Most in the second, all in favor? It carries.
And then we'll keep that moving.
So how soon did he say he get on that?
He can jump on it now. He said he hopes to have it within 2 to 3 weeks. My guess from working with them, usually we get that sooner. Gardner Surveying is pretty quick for us. Last couple things are water construction or wastewater construction standards and details I sent to you all. We have revised some of the sewer capacity fees after our conversation, and I believe those are ready for a public hearing and adoption at a future council meeting. Basically, these standard details and construction standards would, at this point, make sure everybody's installing something to the city's specs. Currently, that's not the case. And it also has a fee in there for inspection, so somebody from the city will have to go inspect it before it's backfilled, just to make sure it's installed correctly. Last thing I have is community crossings, call for projects September. So we got a few projects, Main Avenue, that I think the roadway will need updated, and a culvert replacement on, I can't remember the name, he was just talking. And then also we'll look at Boo Road and then York. And I'll also go through the pavement management list and check the pacer ratings, and then anything below 7, I would start to recommend that we try to get it redone. So the call for those projects starts in September, and then so I'll hopefully have something to you guys soon. So sorry for the time. That's all.
Any questions for Jeremy? Anything from Chris?
Yep.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Thank you.
Okay, jump into new business. Any new business?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Okay, no new business. We'll go into the department heads.
Excuse me.
What's not yet, man?
That's what I was asking.
Just keep your toes.
I don't have a lot, got the service schedule for the new Packers starting Thursday, so we're on a rotation now to keep the service updated on it. They'll be here Thursday to do that. And had a hose break on the backhoe. We've been down about a week with it, so we're behind on a couple of projects, a couple of culverts I gotta get replaced, and then Chris has got a couple things he needs, but they're over there today working on it. And, then, the only other thing I have is, I've got a culvert on Boatman Road that I need to address soon. It's, going south on Boatman as you pass York Road. It crosses, Boatman right there. It's probably a 15, 18-inch culvert, but it's starting to collapse and we're getting a big sway in the road right now. I've noticed people are starting to bottom out over there, so we need to get it. Jeremy wants to look into it, I can look into it, about get the quote, but maybe getting it replaced. The only problem would be the traffic there. It's just, a lot of traffic, but we'd have to worry about that, but it needs to be replaced real soon, because it's caving in and it's gonna cause some issues. real
That's
soon.
something we add to the community crossing.
Crossings, maybe, I don't know.
Maybe, well,
It's
yeah.
a simple deal, it's not a box culvert, it's just an old,
Okay,
like I said, 15-inch culvert, I think is all it was that went across, 15, 18-inch regular culvert, but, I need to really, I could throw some coal patch in there to keep them, but they're starting to bottom out. I've seen where cars are kind of scraped now, so. But that's, yeah, I'd like to look into that soon, so.
So have you, called for locates for Cherry Street yet? By the,
Not yet, I called in some today on a couple culverts I gotta do, so I'll get that taken care of too, to finish that up, so. That's all I have.
any questions? Tommy?
Ordinance wise, trash, maintaining sanitation is, so trying to get people to understand, putting stuff in the blue toters. That's what's gonna be picked up. So still dealing with that, large item pickups, Shane's been helping me out with that. Grass situation, still have some vacant properties. Nobody's no one living there, obviously, so having to get those mowed. Shane's also been helping me with those, so appreciate those guys for that. Building wise, to my knowledge, 3 homes are pending in Meadowbrook. Once they're fully completed and following one final CFO, to get that final inspection in. As you can tell, Duncan, the footer founds have been completed. They're framed up, almost finished with the frame, so it's coming along nicely. It's good to see that. And Corey Cove, they're almost ready for final inspection also to get their CFOs there. So, things are finally starting to get completed, moving in the right direction to either be sold or occupied. That's all I got.
Speaking of Court Cove, he's wanting to have a, open house on the 20th. If anybody wants to attend, I don't know, it's 2:00, 2:30,
Good, well, thanks for running, show up 2:30, yeah.
let you know.
The 3 in Meadowbrook, you say pending final or pending?
Like to be
Selling.
sold.
Okay.
On the realtor side, the other side.
Cool.
Again, I'm not fully completed yet, I haven't done one final inspection for the CFO, but technically, I guess before they are sold, they have to
Sure.
also get that
So
CFO.
they've also got a lot of groundwork over there that has to be done before you know the final.
There's still a good ways away before being
Yeah.
sold or occupied.
More questions? Moving right along, Chris.
Okay. On the wastewater side, we averaged 0.622 per day for the month. Over our treatment, we was at 94.2%. The reason why that dropped from last month is we had problems with phosphorus chemical. We received chemical from Biochem, and it was on alum sulfate. They didn't treat for phosphorus. They said it was a separation in the chemical, so we failed treatment on that. That being said, for the month of July, on the IMRO and reporting, we did not meet compliance with that. I've already talked with IDM, figured out what we can do for documentation and reporting, got that handled and completed. To piggyback off IDM, we had IDM inspection on the 4th. So pending the inspection report still, haven't received it, waiting on our director to sign off on that. During the inspection, IDM identified that the plant was using incorrect testing method for chlorine residual. The plant was testing for 3 chlorines at total chlorine. IDM determined the current testing equipment could not measure the low enough reading that was required. In the result, that was a major that we have to unsatisfactory in the report, so we had to correct that immediately. We purchased a new chlorine test kit and it was approved by IDM. We started the first initial test on August 6th. So next month, when I do the chlorine, we're gonna fill for chlorine also, but the NODI form that I had to fill out for that will cover us for that. Just a heads up, it's gonna be on the report. The effluent pump is on schedule to be here on August 27th. We installed a new water line. It's completed and finished, so the plant's running on a 1-inch meter. And then the blower replacement will be here on August 24th that we ordered. Additional, we talked about, I got approval for a pipe rack to be built. It was kind of fine, cheaper. We just did it ourselves and buy the lumber. We did that at the total estimated cost was $613. We did it in $407. So we saved almost $200 there on that. As far as that goes, that's all we have for wastewater plant.
Any questions?
Nope.
Thank you, Chris. Chief,
For the month of July, the department entered 566 calls of service, 17 arrests, 19 citations, 24 warning citations, 3 accident reports, and 45 reports were taken. Update, we got probably 95% of the equipment from Axon. They had a few things like a docking station, a few things with the VR that was, I guess, back ordered, but it should be shipped. So we got the guys. We're gonna go through the taser, have all those issues out here in the next few weeks, so everybody should have everything ready to rock. They're wearing the cameras now. So everything seems to be transitioning pretty smooth from the trial run to our equipment now. Morgan's, like I said in the past, meetings, they give us a donation to purchasing firearms. I want to request the board, so we have our old firearms, and I talked to the gentleman from Acme, and taking our current backups and then the firearms that we have, trading those in, upgrading our backups and whatever's left over, do with ammo for training stuff. That way there's no cost to the city. So I don't know. I need a motion for that.
Doesn't hurt.
Like I said, we have 9 full frame 9mm and 10 backups. Chris, I can print that off and get you serial numbers for all
Please.
that later on. If we could just get a motion for me to coordinate that with the firearms dealer.
Motion.
Second.
Russell, a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
And my last, Brian Smith came up to me, he's requesting the base comp time out. He believes it's 40 hours, 40.25 hours. I have to check with Chris, that's just what he wrote, see what that is, but if I get a motion to go ahead and clear his comp out.
Chris, good motion.
Second.
Russell, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Carries.
I think that's all I have.
Said about 40 hours.
From what he said, it's about 40.25.
Yeah.
But I'll check with Sarah on that.
Yeah, haven't looked, but I'm sure.
Nobody's really, they usually say about that.
Questions, Chief? Nope. Todd, you got anything to add?
Not much, just gonna tell Chris, good job on that first inspection. I know that's a hard one to get out of the way. Apologize, I couldn't be there that day. You did a great job of handling everything. Everything looks great over there, and it's doing a good job.
Anybody else got anything to add? Now you have new business.
I still don't.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
All right.